It is time for another Cozy in the Kitchen with Candace, and I'm Candace. I'm a Pampered Chef Consultant. Tonight I want to make something very special, and our family loves it. It is an applesauce cake. However, I am going to make it into muffins tonight. I'm going to use my brownie pan, and I'm going to use some liners. We are donating to our local food bank. Our church has opened up for the homeless. It is really too cold outside, so they've opened it up. So being able to provide a hot meal or a tasty treat is something that I really enjoy. So let's get started. Applesauce cake, extremely easy, actually pretty healthy, and someone has brought me a huge batch of applesauce. We usually have homemade applesauce, and we've got some of that too, but I've got a gigantic thing of applesauce, so I need to get it used. So we're gonna start with 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. And then we will move right on to 2/3 cup of packed brown sugar. Now, I've already got that measured out, but I wanted to show you something that Pampered Chef has, and it's amazing. Those are our brown sugar keepers. Those are awesome. They keep your brown sugar very soft. Love it. Next to this, we will add a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. So I am actually using some of the cinnamon plus. So I'm going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then I'm going to use 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon plus. It's got this really great pungent flavor, but you don't want to overdo the applesauce and the flavor in it. So, of course, 1/4 and 1/4 and 1/2 equals 1 teaspoon. So, 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Oh, baking soda. 1, 2, 3, and 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder. You don't want to get those mixed up. Well, you can in this recipe because they're exactly the same measurement, but you don't want to get those mixed up because it can get quite salty if you use too much of one. So we are going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to give this a quick mix. We're going to put an egg in there. Oh, and I forgot the oil. 1/3 cup of olive oil. This recipe calls for 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt. I don't have Greek yogurt, but I have a whole bunch of sour cream. So I'm going to add 1/2 cup of sour cream. And 1/2 cup of applesauce. Oh, I'm using my 1/4 cup, so we'll use 2 of those. Then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Give that a quick stir. Once this is all blended together, make sure you heat your oven to 350. I'm going to use my large scoop and just scoop these right in. Now, the recipe for an 8x8 pan for this cake calls for 25 to 30 minutes in the oven, since these are muffins and they're of course in the brownie pan. These are only going to take about 14 to 16 minutes. So make sure you use your cake tester and releaser and check the centers. It'll be perfect. Of course it'll be perfect. I'm going to make multiple batches of this tonight and deliver them in the morning. So everybody is going to be very satisfied with their breakfast and their coffee. This is a family favorite around here, and I just love these. So, goes right in the oven. 14 minutes is all it took to get these all taken care of. Check those out. That's gorgeous. Now, the best part about these is you can just pull them straight out and get your next batch started again. How awesome is that? I want to thank you for getting cozy in the kitchen with Candace. Like and subscribe. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It's all cozy in the kitchen with Candace, and I would love to read Proverbs 11 verse 25 for you tonight. A generous man will prosper. He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed. I hope and pray that you find someone to refresh and to give life and to speak life into today. And I hope you have a great rest of your week.